And the episode's playing.
All right, you're joining us for episode 5 of season 2, second part of the Biddeford Mills.
Welcome to the commentary. This is Ty,
Ashley,
Carol,
and Sean.
Are you standing right behind me?
But remember all those creepy handprints?
Yeah.
Where we left off, something had attached to me in the hallway. Carol was left alone with something talking to her.
I'm gonna be here all night.
And
would you like to follow me around?
I don't know what Sean was up to. Oh yeah, we'll
Was
see.
I being was I pursuing the flowery smell woman?
Rose.
Maybe, yeah.
Look, me and Katie look like we're from like a 90s punk band in the background.
Yeah, look at Katie. She looks so cool.
I love Katie.
I'll visit you soon, I promise, okay?
She's awesome.
She's a natural talent.
Oh, it just went through me. I did not like this part.
No.
I'm gonna throw that out there.
It was weird how it
you
attached
gonna run?
to you instead of me. 'Cause
Yeah,
it,
you
like,
asked it to go on the date.
Is he
I
gonna
know.
run?
Maybe it was jealous of you. It thought that you were leaving with me.
Run.
Maybe it just knows that I'm a complete wimp.
Kept going off when Ash would turn around and walk a few paces back. So it was this the entity was following us back to 13.
You can't follow me home. You can't follow Ash home either. He came out the
The
door.
handprints.
Can you go test again? I can feel him behind you.
That's gotta be one of the worst feelings ever, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So unsettling.
Fan of it following us. So I kind of tried to take a dominant position in the group.
Is there anything next to me, anything?
I can't feel it.
If you are here, please don't follow me.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, you're in trouble.
Look at Ross, the cameraman.
Creeping in the background as usual.
Why is this still
silent.
going? Scan me again. Worst feeling in the world. It's just attached. Let's back away from here. Nothing can come with us tonight. Everything that's in this mill has to stay in this mill. Understood?
I dropped my K2 meter on the floor. So Sean, yeah, you've been having reoccurring dreams about the mill since we went there, huh?
Yeah. It's not every night, but it's usually like once, maybe a week, or once every other week. I'll have a dream.
Seriously?
Where I'm there and I'm stuck in there,
No doubt.
and
That
I'm
place
like
is hard
lost,
to-
looking for a way out.
It's like a labyrinth.
It is really a labyrinth. There's a huge location, and there's a lot of buildings to walk through and whatnot. So you can get lost in there really easily.
Reoccurring dreams thing is rough.
It's weird.
Do you remember when our cameraman fell down the stairs when we were filming Carol's intro?
I think about that from
wasn't
time
there.
to time, and I still laugh really hard on the inside.
Oh my gosh.
Really hard.
How? All the way down the stairs?
He dropped a few steps right after Carol's mom was like, "Oh, just be quiet, you know, my husband's in bed," and
And
Charlie
then he
just
missed
fell.
like 10 steps
Oh,
and fell
man.
to the landing with a box full of equipment.
Ash, look at you.
Oh, look. Hanging out in the smoking room.
At the end of the last episode, Ty and Carol had a conversation with a spirit entirely on a K2 meter, one of the best scientific tools that we have.
And Ty left her there.
In a room that served
Yeah.
as a break room or smoking room for mill workers, a spirit took an immense liking to me, following me around and only answering questions that I would ask.
But then it attached to
As
Ty.
the mill continues, we will see that there are many, many spirits in this complex, just dying to
That
talk
is
to us.
horrible.
Just dying to talk to
But
us.
You love your puns, though, Ash.
I know, but then you hear them later. They're only funny at the time.
It's okay, don't be ashamed. Your love for puns.
Yeah. Runs in my family.
Such a bad
Yeah, Katie got taken down with headaches. No.
You got red?
This was so interesting for me to watch after, with what the rose and everything that happened to Sean.
Yeah.
It was just after red.
Evidence doesn't just happen when you're trying to find it.
It's the upstairs.
This is actually the night my brother was there helping us film too, right? My
It's gonna be.
Yep, he
brother's
was
one of
there,
the
yeah.
cameramen.
Heard footsteps. On
He had
the
some
room above us.
stories of his own.
Yeah.
We were the only
Nick
ones in
Gowan,
this building.
one of the bravest brothers I know.
What a good guy.
He's your only
That was
brother.
actually-
The only brother I have.
So did he get freaked out that night? He
He
came with
got,
us?
yes, something happened to him when we had left him alone.
It was those big bangs, and
Yeah.
actually when he was telling us about it, it happened again, remember?
Yeah,
'Cause,
it was-
you
When he
know,
was moving that chair, that was the one that we thought somebody was sitting in.
He told me he knew he shouldn't move it, but he had to sit down, and then that's when it started.
Was
His
that
first
his-
paranormal experience.
And last, right?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, and investigation-wise, right? He hasn't been on.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder if he'll come with us again.
I think he's all set for a while.
That was enough for a decade. Oh gosh, this is so creepy.
Yep.
What the?
I remember because our cameraman was freaking out too.
Yeah, and I try not to swear.
Oh, that always has given me goosebumps.
It was so much louder too when you were there.
Yeah.
What is that? Did you hear laughing?
Yeah, see?
Cameraman.
Cameraman
Done.
was getting a little.
All done.
Do you think this is funny?
Mark 37 minutes. It's just like when that type of stuff happens, you don't know what to do next. Like
Yeah.
we're in the dark in a scary room.
And a child giggles.
All I needed was like a clown to pop out of the vault that we were in down there, and I would just been all set for the night.
I think you would have been done ghost hunting if a clown
I think you would have
popped out.
froze and just
Turned into a giant
Died.
puddle.
Just as a public service announcement, if any of you ever jump out at Ty as a clown, you might kill him.
Or I'm
He might
coming
kill
through
you.
to get away.
Yeah.
Working in the mill wasn't just a job, it was really a way of life, and that's still in existence here.
I think she really hits home with that. Like when you think about it, all the people who spent their lives in this
Right.
building.
Happening in the
Right.
mill, it's important
Thousands.
to consider its history. Carolyn Goslin, the school teacher who is in charge of preserving the mill through its museum and through the guided tours she gives alongside her students, has a vast array of knowledge about the haunted complex. Now we will consider the mill's history, and perhaps we can learn more about the buildings we're exploring and the spirits who we're communicating with.
The Bedford Mills definitely have
Victoria knew her stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she was in high school. That's crazy. She was
Yeah.
so smart.
So she's going to high school and then took this on as in like an addition, like
Yeah.
an extracurricular.
I am on the
And she's in
board of
college
directors
now,
of
but
the museum, as well
probably
as
going on
the
great things.
Yeah, man, she had a lot of insight. I really appreciated her testimony.
The majority of the workforce were French speaking. A lot of them moved down from their farms to be able to work in a place where
And she
they could
spoke fluent
paycheck.
French too.
yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
And came here early on in the late 1800s to work for a dowry, to be able to gain a little bit of money to go back home and get a better husband. The mills started to
Imagine having to buy husbands.
Man, I still wish that was a thing.
to build mills in the south next to the cotton plantations and run them out of there than it was to ship cotton north. Back in 2009, the parent company Sunbeam actually sold the company overseas to China. One day people showed up and the doors were closed type of idea.
I don't remember if it was the
I think
first
the
time we were there or the second time, but I remember
are very
during
cautious to
the
see
interviews,
what happens to these
stuff
spaces,
was
and they
happening
want things to remain the
in that
same.
one room.
That was
Yeah.
the first time we were
First-
talking
We heard
about
like
that.
cart noises up
Yeah.
above.
Yeah, it sounded like there were people up there, like
Lights
pushing things
flickered,
around.
yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
That's kind of what Ash was talking about last time, where these big places with tons of spirits, it's stupid to think that just it will start when you're ready for it to start.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to comment, there was it just showed something called Stairs to Hell. That was just a really weird trap door that led down to this like water place.
And James was saying that it was very dangerous, and that's why they were calling it Stairs to Hell or something
Yeah,
like that, right?
we couldn't really go down there because there was a lot of water down
Right.
there. That's why we didn't really feature it too much. But it was,
Yeah.
Didn't they find a homeless man living down there or something?
yeah,
At one point?
yeah, that happened too. That's
In the lagoon, actually,
Oh,
they
yeah,
said
that's right.
one of the waterways they found a homeless man.
For the people at home watching this place was something out of Indiana Jones.
It really
that.
was, and to
Yep.
try to navigate on what you see Ty walking on, like a small, wait, what was there, like
They're
two
like
two by
planks.
fours
Yeah,
over the water?
Look how sketchy
yeah,
that
well,
is.
surrounded by a moat. And by the way, it's in the dark again.
yeah.
And half
so
of them are submerged.
we
and, like,
needed flashlights or else you could fall off into the water.
I was really worried.
I remember it
about
started
falling off.
raining and we had to cut our investigation short in the lagoon because it was filling up and overtaking the logs.
Yeah,
No, I literally saw a shadow up
Yeah, it was raining really hard that night.
Remember we found that record, that melted record lodged in that
Yeah, there's
weird
just
pipe?
weird stuff in there.
That was a strange spot.
Oh yeah, she's following us because
Oh, is this the rose part?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is.
Sean's date?
pulled out to the K2 meter. Immediately noticed
That bow tie.
it spiking. It was spiking red pretty much the whole time, right around where I was standing.
Another thing about that was that the smell of flowers was so strong in that one spot. Where
Right,
it was
isn't
like,
that why they said that she's named
Yeah.
Rose?
Yeah,
I
that
think that's-
nicknamed Rose
yeah.
anyway.
Caitlin and Katie. Nothing happens. It's dead. She hands it back to me and immediately red again to the right of me. Spikes red. Which is fine with me. That's totally awesome. I'm glad that you're here with us. My girlfriend might not be able to
Tell her you have a girlfriend.
Don't tell.
Good one.
This is business, Sean.
I love that was enough. All done.
I scared her away. I ruined everything.
You can come back. I don't want you following me home. I have a girlfriend. She might want that. She might not be okay with that.
Boom. You're green, and we never saw her.
Love it. It's funny.
Here. Our cameraman, me, and Ashley were in the smoking room. And what happened?
Just had a really intense KT session.
Oh yeah, we went
Yeah.
in there. Remember the board fell over?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the cameraman that you guys
I was all set with
say
going back.
So
After we told Carol what happened, she just
Smoky
sprinted over there with you.
What did I say? That?
Yeah.
Smoky Smokerton.
Someone's yelling in.
Is it staying steady? Is there anything in here giving that off?
It's not safe.
See, like you can see an outlet behind you guys, but it's dead, like
Yeah.
everything else.
I said you heard such shadows.
Shadows, they were up on 13, like Was that you, Charlie?
The board just fell over.
When he said no, I didn't touch it. I really wish everyone could see his face.
Yeah, he was freaking out. He thought we did it.
No, I didn't touch it.
Well, it's interesting because that happened, and I was like, I wasn't there. I can't validate that. But that's a precursor to something that happened to me later in the night.
Yep.
So
that's
it's
true.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Upset that we're here? I told you I'd come back and visit you. This time I brought a friend. So you later in my K2?
Man, that music's dramatic.
You gave it up to Red?
Put it up to red if you want us to
Is
stay.
that to orange? Or yellow?
I think it's a yellow right now.
In season 2, we have better cameras.
Yeah, Jimmy Brody.
Really impressed by the board.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Do you wanna?
Well, that was really dramatic music, but nothing happened.
It was the possibility of something happening.
Yeah.
Mill 36 is an
Oh no, this place.
Yeah.
that they used to use.
Was this the place that had like all those weird honeycomb looking things?
Yeah.
Spooky within itself because it goes on for so long.
The ceilings are very low.
We actually did a public event here where we brought a ton of people in, and my group had some serious stuff going on when I
That
brought
place was
them in here.
weird. It
Yeah.
was weird. Shadow play, weird noises, like,
Disturbing feeling.
I don't know. It was
Yeah.
a spooky
The
spot.
windows really creeped me out in this place when they would rattle.
Every tiny thing you did echoed.
Yeah.
And then when you didn't do anything and something else echoed from far away.
have this machine.
Oh.
Whoa, shadows.
And the most important thing about this area with the K2 going off is that there is no power anywhere because they were so terrified of the cotton catching on fire
Right.
and burning down. Like this was far away from the other buildings and everything like that.
And this was the same building, I believe, that security guards refused to patrol.
Yeah, they don't check
because they were so terrified.
We actually found a decapitated bird in this
We
area
did.
too.
Oh, that was really unsettling.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Remember we
I
went
was
here right
unaware
after I
of
saw
this.
Cabin in the Woods, and there was one of those pillars that had Latin written all over it, and Katie started to read it.
I was like, Katie, you do not read the Latin.
you do not read the Latin. Katie, what is over there with you? If whoever's over by Katie, can you say your name? Look at that go.
I did too. I thought it was one of these guys when I saw you guys look.
Yeah.
Just all those noises.
So many weird noises. I remember the cough sounds.
I know, I keep thinking.
Smoking man?
It looks floating. I think it's touching my back.
Look, really?
Yep.
Someone's touching Caitlin's.
My least favorite thing in the world,
Getting touched.
getting touched.
Something touched my back very lightly. Like someone had lined up their fingers and pushed it against my left shoulder blade. Very, very slowly moved it to my right shoulder blade and then moved it back and left it there.
What was that?
Maybe it is smoking man, because remember he was smoking.
Did you guys just hear the thumbs up?
Yeah.
Quiet,
With their smoke above us.
It's so eerie looking. And I do not envy the cameraman with his back to the darkness.
We all look like deer in a
Yeah.
field. Eyes.
We're gonna walk back to Mill 13 now. You're welcome to come with us to 13.
No further. I want to make that abundantly clear.
Yeah.
Every investigation.
Yeah,
you gotta
things
say
were
that
following
something
us
like
around though there, like especially.
that. Yeah.
This is the room where that thing happened to my brother.
This room right here.
Oh, I think
Oh, that last shot.
the one that was just in. Because this is us coming back. Such a douche.
My face, I know you can't see it, but I know my jaw dropped. I just turned around and I was
Be a
like,
jerk, so I kind of said, "Why don't you knock
Damn.
over this broom? It's a ghost thing to do," or something like that.
I got about 4 feet away from
This
the
was
pillar
awesome.
and slam. And we both turned around and were like, did that just happen?
And you see it like, do you see the white light go through it first?
No.
Check it out if it replays.
That made like a big slapping noise, right?
So scared. The cameraman's face was just stuck.
45 minutes.
Too bad we didn't have the camera trained on the broom, but I mean, you don't really expect a broom to fall over.
Well, I don't know if he even could see that too, like the cameraman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See the broom?
No one was
So
expecting that.
it was completely unexpected.
Wow. So I can't even believe how awesome the mills were.
So
great.
Yes, I feel really lucky that we've even had the chance to go there, especially Building 16, which is going to be torn down soon.
Right. I mean, those buildings are such a historical part of Maine that it was definitely one of the highlights of my ghost hunting career. Amen. Go there.
Yeah, that's true.
So what were your favorite parts?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Yeah, the mill was intense and really active.
Well, what about that broom that tipped over?
I think that was one of my favorite parts.
Nuts.
Fell over when you said something like
Yeah, that and the wood.
Yeah.
Lots of things were falling over.
And there was that block of wood
Oh, yeah.
that fell over when Ash and I were in the smoking room, and neither one of us were near it.
No. Smoking room must have been a favorite spot for the mill workers to hang out because
Ghosts be knocking over wood while Carol's around.
Oh.
Oh.
K2 activity to back it up, and then it even followed us out.
Well, yeah, it followed you out. Whatever it was, liked you and
It
not.
stuck to me though. I don't know what
I
I'm
know,
talking
maybe
about.
it did like you.
Yeah.
It either really liked you or really didn't like you.
One of the two. No in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you said you had a girlfriend.
Just lost it and just disappeared, so.
I think that's probably my favorite part.
If we ever need a confidence boost, we can go back to the mill.
What, Rose?
No, the one that stuck to you.
Yeah, we actually have that queued up if we want.
So we got
You
it?
guys want to listen to it?
Is this the yeah?
Yeah. Creepy, creepy, creepy.
Quiet.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, there were a lot.
It's a little faint, so boost up your volume, people at home, to hear that one.
Nobody near me.
It's pretty awesome
It
still.
was not faint while we were there.
No.
That place was so creepy.
Yeah.
It was.
So creepy. It didn't help that all the windows in it were.
I'm telling you, those windows every time. Even when I knew it was the windows, it would creep me out.
It was scary.
I personally think it would be a little bit higher after our evidence.
Yeah, stuff fell over, and we got a lot of evidence on our recorders and the cameras.
Yeah, that and the K2 evidence that we got kind of made it seem like whatever was there was aware of us too, and
Look at
so
us
that
trying
made
to figure it out.
seem more of an intelligent haunt than a residual one.
Yeah, I would say it's about a 7 from all the evidence we gathered.
Yeah.
I'd say that sounds right.
Well.
The Sean agreed.
We give the mill a 7. Averaging that score with the pre-rate score of 5 gives the Biddeford Mills a final score of 6. That would make this an ambient level.
Who's freaking out in the corner?
Yeah, that was Sean's
Wishing
hand
hands.
going wild.
Terrible.
I'm extremely impressed with our team. In addition to tackling a place as huge and daunting as the mill, we proved that we could handle a place with
Oh, let's go back, guys.
Yeah,
I would
we should.
love to do that spot
the
again.
mill. Growing up in Maine, our whole team has heard of the Biddeford
I
Mill.
feel like the chances of that happening
Yeah.
again are pretty slim though, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean, we were one of the first groups in a long time to be let in.
I know.
We were the first paranormal group to ever be let in there.
Really?
Yeah. You're ghost trapped and getting knocked
Stupid
over.
ghost trap. Well, if we go back, I'm putting it up again anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that?
There's a ghost trap,
No, that was the ghost.
the jar of nails. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us for the Biddeford Mills commentary.
Yeah, two-part episode. That was awesome. And two-part commentary.
Trying to stall.
Brought to you by Sean.
We can see it.
Brought to you by Rose.
Oh, we gotta
By
see.
Rose.
Oh, it's getting there.
We have to stay on until
Oh,
Carol says
woo!
her name.
There I am. Famous.
I wish she spelled
yes.
it wrong one time.
Yes.
Spelled her. Sean.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
Bye. Bye.
Boo-boo.